We're just weeks away from a presidential inauguration. I'm Catalina Villegas from Los Angeles with a look back at the policies of the Trump administration through the eyes of an immigration lawyer.
During his lunch break, you can often find Edward Pilot visiting his mother in the Beverly Hills home he grew up in.
Initially, I became a lawyer because I love, respect, and emulated my father, may he rest in peace, who was a fantastic lawyer.
Although Ed has been an immigration lawyer for 2 decades, he had never seen a transformation to the immigration system like the one that has happened during the Trump administration.
The breadth and depth of these and the pace of these changes have been at more of the shock and awe level.
Ed has seen the impact of many of these changes on his clients, and we have been there to document some of them.
On the asylum front is the, in all intents and purposes, elimination of the domestic violence and the gang persecution grounds as bases for a grant of asylum.
That means migrant families like this one, who received written and verbal death threats from Central American gangs, might not be able to use that as a reason to apply for asylum. But that's just the start.
Trump changed a first in, first out policy to a last in, first out policy in terms of processing dates of filed applications.
This means applicants who have been here for a long time are forced to wait even longer for their cases to be heard, while recent arrivals like this migrant from Uganda are expedited to the front, significantly cutting down the amount of time they have to get their cases ready.
This is to prevent recent arrivals from seeking and obtaining work authorization, and again to deporting as many recent arrivals as possible.
Then in August of 2019, migrants like this mother and her son, who suffer from chronic and other conditions, were put on notice by the Trump administration that if they use public services, they would be jeopardizing a chance at a green card.
The prohibited public benefits are numerous, but the main ones that come to mind are health care, Section 8 housing, food programs, SNAP.
Forcing them to pick between their health and a future in this country.
Para mí el servicio del medical es bastante importante.
But one of the hardest things for his clients overall was living under constant fear.
Announced and unannounced ICE raids, some of which are followed up on and others are not.
And so during one of those announced raids, we saw how this undocumented single mother from El Salvador packed her bags, said goodbye to her son, and went to a safe house to avoid capture.
The anxiety levels for my clients have been off the charts.
But regardless of the challenges, Ed says he'll keep doing his job, honoring his late father and ancestors who migrated to the U.S. from Tsarist Russia, like many of his clients, under duress.
I like to think that I'm doing my part to pay it forward or pay it back.
And so, before long, he'll head back to his office, as he has a lot of work to do, because with the new year comes new hope for him and his clients.